Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about Aquarius season 2023. That's right, Aquarius season actually starts on January 20th and it runs until February 18th. And it kind of holds a little bit different energy this year than it has in the past. And to kind of get you to understand all of this, we have to kind of go back just a little bit to December 2020 because we had Saturn entering the sign of Aquarius. And it's one of those, so it's kind of like coloring everything with that energy. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it's kind of putting those Aquarius glasses in Saturn. And so let me explain a little bit of that, and then we'll kind of move more into Aquarius season this year. So kind of one of the important things is our sun is one of those is going to be pushing this Aquarius energy at us. So it's kind of be amplifying this Aquarius energy, and it really pushing a lot of Saturn energy as well at us. And Saturn is known as the king of karma. And it's one of those, kind of the fun part about it is you've kind of been seeing people like dealing with their own karma, dealing with kind of like their repercussions of what they've done. Not anybody else has done it to them. They've done it on their own, and kind of like, how is that coming out? And Saturn really takes his responsibility very important, in this energy of being karmic, energy of like, if you've done something wrong and it's going to come back to you. And now we can do some things to alleviate that, and I'll link that to a video that I've done in the past. But it's one of those, just kind of know that if you see something happen like that, it's one of those like somebody kind of getting their fair share of what they've dealt out to everybody else. Don't laugh about it, because then that karma comes back to you. So it's kind of like, okay, he's getting his fair share, or she's getting her fair share of karma, and let's move forward. Saturn is the ruler, and he loves rules, and he loves structure, and he loves that kind of like structure of things. Like, this is the rules, this is what we have to do, this is how we do it. If we treat someone badly, then we get that repercussions. A good disciplinarian. And so kind of a little bit of society has kind of had that soul contract with Saturn for a long time of kind of clearing up our old karma and kind of showing us like, this is where our problem has been. Saturn also brings in a lot of challenges, and there's going to be plenty of rewards, because a lot of times, like if it's someone's done you wrong, you may see karma kind of bite them in the booty, and kind of like, yes, now I'm seeing that backside of it, like they did me wrong, or they cheated on me, or they lied to me, or whatever it is, and now I get to see that happen for them. Now, during Aquarius season 2023, we kind of get a different flavor or a different side of Saturn, and this is kind of hovering close to the final degrees in this air sign, so it's not going to be nearly as strong, but it begins wrapping up these lessons that are being delivered. And I will tell you, lessons are really good gifts, and thinking about it that way makes it easier and makes it more like, okay, now I can wrap my head around this. As the Lord of Karma, Saturn is going to be taking responsibility in our lives, kind of like taking responsibility what I've done in relationships, what you've done in relationships. And it doesn't mean like you need to take all the responsibility. It's one of those allowing that energy to come up in this of like, you've done something wrong, I've done something wrong, we did something wrong in a relationship, and let's take our fair share of the responsibility of this and keep moving forward. That's kind of one of those like, okay, let's keep doing that. Kind of Aquarius season, it kind of turns our attention more towards gratitude. Gratitude that we've had these lessons, gratitude that we've made some changes, gratitude that we've upgraded our energy and kind of hopefully cleared out a little bit of this. This is kind of one of those, yay! Trying to find the goodness and hope in light in the world, and kind of journey on our travel. Kind of the best thing to do is always have that positive outlook for us, because that is going to keep pushing us forward. Kind of working with Aquarius energy, because it's Aquarius is the sign of the water bearer, so it's always staying in flow and symbolizing like community and healing. You think about all the wonderful things that water does for us, and kind of allowing that to flow in and around us is going to be really good, which really represents kind of like our emotional side and our psyche side of things. And kind of like taking that time, that vessel that water pour has, like clearing out old energy, kind of clearing out our old breath and kind of bringing in that new breath for us. And this is also clearing out a lot of power that we've had in our air sign too. It's kind of like, okay, let's clear this out. Let's keep going. Let's not just stay stagnant in all of this energy. One of the things I will say is kind of really important in Aquarius season is kind of really some of the major planets. And a lot of people, I did Thursday Night Live not too long ago about kind of like we're going to be really being able to kind of like restart our new year. And that's coming on January 21st. So kind of like the day after Aquarius goes, we move into Aquarius season, it's kind of like we get to restart all of that. And that's kind of like that funky Aquarius energy of kind of like, freedom, let's do something different, let's kind of change some things. And that is kind of going along with kind of opening up and kind of maintaining our momentum of what we've been doing. All of our projects that we've been doing, moving into and moving forward in is a great time to kind of keep going. We've had so many planets in retrograde. We still have Mercury in retrograde for a few more days, but it completes its cycle on the 18th and then it goes into post-shadow. Mars has been in retrograde for a long period of time and goes into post-shadow energy as well. So it's kind of like those are going to be starting lightening the energy a little bit better. So it'll be a great time to have this restart in life. And I would highly suggest during this time frame, maybe doing a few meditations on Aquarius energy and kind of allowing that freedom to kind of flow around us. Yet at the same time, also keeping in mind that all of these planets are kind of moving. And so what do we want to bring in? What are the changes that we want to see in our world? What are those? Yes, we want this. Aquarius falls, like I said, on the 20th, and then we have our new moon coming in on the 21st. And so that's going to be really starting our lunar cycle again. Following this energy is going to be a very powerful vibrations and manifestation work that people are ready to go into. Our full moon right after this is in the sign of Leo. So it's kind of like, let's change some things. Letting go of things that have been holding us back, things that we don't want to hold on to anymore. And this can come up with old karma as well, kind of clearing that out. But it can also come up with a lot of Mars energy. Mars has been in the sign of Gemini. So kind of where have we warred with our words in the last few months? Where have we kind of called someone else out on their words, or we've been called out on words? So let's clear that out as well and kind of get ready to kind of move into our first kind of new moon in 2023 and kind of bringing in some new thoughts, beliefs, and ideas. This is going to be a big one for most of us and kind of changing this energy. Even if you're not used to doing a new moon ceremony, this is going to be a great time to do that. I'm also going to link this to the Age of Aquarius video that I did a couple of years ago. Sometime in 2020, sometime, it's been a while since then, but this can also kind of bring in some new energy for us, kind of bringing in, we're moving in more and more into the Age of Aquarius, so this is going to be changing a lot of things. So let's do some angel cards and let's get us a deeper insight into, this one is popping right here. The first one is friendships. Kind of, are there friendships that you need to let go of? Are there friendships that you need to hold on to? And knowing sometimes, I know it's kind of like sometimes our friends are not always as friendly as we hope, and sometimes we think they have our back and they really don't. So if there's some friends like that that you kind of have found out over the last few months that really aren't your friends, let them go. Don't hang on to that old energy. Next is new love. Everybody, we're getting close to Valentine's Day, and so everybody's thinking about new love. Even if you're in a relationship, you're kind of like, that love, that energy coming in is going to be a great one for most of us. And really knowing that we're ready to make some changes and maybe even upgrade our love relationships. Trust that you've got this at the right time. Trust that these changes are coming so we can kind of start this 2023 year off right. Even though we've had a restart, we're going to have a great restart and having this energy come forward. This is self-acceptance. So kind of like, what are the changes that you're ready to make in your life? And if you're not accepting you, how can you really expect someone else to accept you? I know, kind of one of those crazy kind of energies. What else do we want in this energy? What else do we want in these, this energy coming around? What else do we want in this energetic kind of energy moving forward and kind of amping things up? And are we ready for these planets to come out of retrograde? Are we ready to start really into our 2023 year? Great questions. Our very last one here, dreams. Dreams are coming forward. We still have Neptune in post-shadow energy, and it's kind of lightening up, but we still have some crazy dreams out there. I've heard from a couple of you guys having some crazy dreams out there. Just know that that's out there, and that may give you some insights of things to clear up, clean up, or remove, or step into something new in this new moon cycle. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.